That $68,000 Rolex? A billionaire just paid $3,200 for it. And it's completely legal. You're being played. Every single day you pay full price while the ultra-wealthy live in a different economic reality. A reality with hidden rules, secret networks, and backdoors you'll never see. But why? Let me show you something that'll make your blood boil. When Mark Cuban bought his private jet, the sticker price was $40 million. He paid less than half, and the government helped him do it. See, there's this thing called accelerated depreciation. It's a tax code loophole that lets billionaires write off luxury purchases as business expenses. That yacht? Business expense. The third mansion? Investment property. Even the art on the walls? Business asset. Meanwhile, you can't even deduct your drive to work. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed, just not for you. Here's where it gets darker. Right now, there's a secret shopping service called a billionaire concierge. Companies you've never heard of with no public websites. They employ former intelligence operatives, negotiation experts, people who know things. These concierges get billionaires 40 to 70% discounts on everything. Cars, real estate, jewelry, even private islands. How? Volume and fear. When someone represents 50 billionaires, luxury brands don't say no. They can't afford to. One concierge places $300 million in orders annually. That's leverage you'll never have. But there's another trick that's even more insane. Billionaires buy companies to get discounts. Sounds ridiculous, right? Stay with me. A tech mogul wanted a $20 million beach house in Malibu. The seller wouldn't budge on price, so he bought the seller's struggling tech company for $15 million, then negotiated the house as part of the deal. Total cost? $15 million for both. He flipped the company 6 months later for $18 million. He got paid $3 million to buy a $20 million house.
Your mind should be melting right now. The wealthy don't think in terms of purchases. They think in terms of structures. Everything is a chess move. Nothing is straightforward. That restaurant you love, a billionaire owns the building, leases it back to the operator, and eats there free as part of the lease agreement. He's not a customer. He's the landlord getting free meals and rental income while you're waiting for a table. Let's talk about cars for a second. You know how a new car loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot? Billionaires never experience that. They buy through shell companies that classify vehicles as corporate assets. When they're done with the car, the company sells it. No personal depreciation, no personal loss. Sometimes they even profit. The car you paid $60,000 for is worth $45,000 a year later. Theirs somehow appreciated because of rare options their dealer friend added. It's a different game entirely. But here's what really keeps me up at night. Credit cards. You carry a balance, you pay 23% interest, maybe more. Billionaires borrow millions at 2%, sometimes less than 1%. Why? Because they use their stock portfolios as collateral. It's called securities-backed lending. They never sell assets, they never trigger taxes. They just borrow against their wealth indefinitely. Then they use that borrowed money to buy more assets, which appreciate, which they borrow against again. It's an infinite money loop that only exists above $10 million in net worth. You pay interest to survive. They pay interest to multiply. The gap isn't closing, it's accelerating. Now let me tell you about the art world scam. A billionaire buys a painting for $5 million, gets it appraised a year later at $20 million. Appraisers are hired by, guess who? The billionaire. Then they donate it to a museum. Tax write-off. The appraised value, $20 million. At a 40% tax rate, that's $8 million in tax savings. From a $5 million purchase, they made $3 million by giving something away. You donate $100 to charity and get $22 back on your taxes. If you itemize, if you're lucky. Same system, different universe. Here's the psychology that makes this all possible. Luxury brands need billionaires more than billionaires need them. Think about it. Ferrari makes 10,000 cars a year. Just 1,000 people buy most of them. Those 1,000 people have all the power, all the leverage. You walking into a dealership, you're nobody. You'll pay sticker price plus markup. A billionaire calls their private sales representative. Different inventory, different prices, different reality. The same car, two different worlds. And it's not just about money anymore. It's about access. There are stores without signs, restaurants without addresses, real estate that never hits the market. The best stuff never reaches you. By the time you hear about it, it's already gone. Sold in a private deal you weren't invited to. This is the part that should terrify you. The wealth gap isn't just about having less money. It's about living in a completely separate economy. An economy with better prices, better terms, better everything. While you're clipping coupons, they're restructuring reality. So what do? Understand the game. Learn the rules. Stop pretending we're all playing on the same board. We're not. Because in America, there are two price tags for everything. The one you see and the one they pay.